Life is a story written in whispers. Some pages begin in joy, others in silence. And in the spaces between choice and consequence, humanity wrestles with one of its oldest questions. Who has the right to decide when life begins and when it ends? Every civilization has carried this burden. From ancient temples to modern courts, the question has been passed down. And today it lands in your hands and mine. This isn't just politics. It isn't just law. It's personal. It's about health. It's about morality. It's about freedom and the future of families. Whether you believe abortion should be legal or illegal, one truth remains. This question touches every society, every culture, every home. And the answer? It isn't simple. Imagine it. A teenager in a clinic, heart racing, too scared to tell her parents. A mother of 3, already struggling, staring at a test she didn't expect. A couple in love, told that the pregnancy they prayed for is life-threatening. These are not cases in a courtroom. They are human stories. Stories that live behind every law, behind every protest, behind every whisper. So why do so many believe abortion should remain legal? The World Health Organization tells us that nearly half of all abortions worldwide are unsafe. That's 25 million women every single year. And here's the truth. Most of those unsafe abortions happen where abortion is restricted or banned. Making abortion illegal doesn't always stop it. It often just makes it more dangerous. Think of it like this. Banning abortion is like banning umbrellas in a storm. The rain doesn't stop. People just get soaked. Some get sick. History has already shown us this. In Romania during the 1960s, abortion was outlawed to boost population growth. What followed was tragedy. Thousands of women died. Orphanages overflowed. Families broke. When the ban was lifted, maternal deaths dropped almost overnight. The Guttmacher Institute found something remarkable. Abortion rates don't always fall where it's banned. They often stay the same. The only difference is that women's lives are at higher risk. And here's another fact. Where contraception and education are strong, abortion rates are lower. In other words, fewer abortions don't come from bans. They come from prevention. So, for many, abortion isn't just about ending a pregnancy. It's about protecting women, their health, their survival, their future. But for millions of others, abortion isn't just a medical procedure. It is the ending of a life. Biology makes the argument simple. At conception, a unique code of DNA is formed. Not the mother's, not the father's, a new one, its own. That is why many say this is not just cells. This is the beginning of someone's story. Countries like El Salvador and Malta hold strict bans, rooted in this belief. In the United States, the reversal of Roe v. Wade in 2022 gave states the power to protect unborn life. For those who supported it, it wasn't about controlling women. It was about defending the voiceless. And this belief is ancient. Religious traditions across history, Christian, Islamic, Jewish, have wrestled with this moral weight. Aristotle once asked, "When does life truly begin?" Centuries later, the debate rages on. For the pro-life perspective, the heartbeat is not just biology. It is poetry, the first rhythm of existence. And the question becomes, if society exists to defend the weak, then who could be more vulnerable than the unborn? If rights protect the voiceless, shouldn't they protect the child we cannot yet hear? But most people don't live at the extremes. They live in the middle. A Pew Research study found 61% of Americans believe abortion should be legal sometimes, but not always. Think about that. Most people don't say yes. Most don't say no. They say, it depends. And the reasons? Cases of rape. Cases of incest. When the mother's life is at risk. What about late-term abortions? They are rare, less than 1%. But they exist. And often they involve heartbreaking realities. Fetuses that cannot survive. Mothers in danger. Families forced into impossible choices. These are not abstract debates. They are gut-wrenching decisions. This is why many countries choose a middle path. Early abortions allowed. Later ones restricted. Exceptions carved out for pain no law can predict. It reflects something human. Absolutes rarely survive contact with reality. Now let's step back. Across the world, abortion laws look like patchwork. More than 70 countries allow abortion on request, usually up to 12 weeks. Canada has no national limits. But in over 20 countries, Honduras, Nicaragua, the Philippines, abortion is banned entirely. Even in cases of rape. Even when a mother's life is at risk. Here's what that means. Where you are born decides whether abortion is seen as healthcare or as a crime. And it's not just morality. It's inequality. A wealthy woman in a country with bans may fly across borders. But a poor woman? She cannot. So the burden falls hardest on the vulnerable. The ones with the least power. That is the global reality. So should abortion be illegal? The truth is, it depends on what you value most. The freedom of choice, or the protection of life. But here's what we know for certain. When laws ignore the human cost on women, on families, on unborn children, society pays. The real challenge isn't passing laws. It's building compassion. It's building healthcare, education, support systems, so fewer people ever face this decision in the first place. If we truly want fewer abortions, maybe the answer won't come from courts. Maybe it will come from classrooms, from clinics, from communities. So now you've seen the heart of the debate. Some say it's about choice. Others say it's about life. But maybe it's about both. So let me ask you, if you had the power to decide tomorrow, what would you choose? And why? Tell me in the comments. Because this answer isn't just written in laws. It's written in you, in your voice, in your story. And if this gave you something new to think about, share it. Share it with someone who carries the same question. The more we talk, the closer we come to understanding. Remember this, answers are rarely found in the shouting of extremes. They are found in the quiet courage of listening, of questioning, of seeking truth. And that is what makes us human. We live in a time of loud voices, of sharp divisions. But abortion, this question, demands something different. Not rage, but empathy. Not judgment, but compassion. Whether you stand for choice, whether you stand for life, one truth remains. Behind every decision is a story, a heartbeat, a human being. So ask yourself, when faced with life's hardest choices, will you meet them with cruelty or compassion? Because compassion is where humanity begins. And maybe it's where our answers will be found.